Alright, so we're on the road back here to Faver Dykes State Park. We came here a year or so ago, did a kayak trip back here. And Gina had a cancellation on one of those websites pop up, so she snagged it. We're going to come back here and check it out. We brought the kayaks. So there's Pelican Creek is back here. It's a nice long, I mean, we were gone for like 6 or 7 hours kayaking last time we were here. We won't do quite that much this time. And then Sunday morning we get up and we're going to head over to St. Augustine to Anastasia Island State Park. And then Monday we're going to head back to Campers Inn to go get them to check out the slide. So we will take you along with us. All right. This is what the entry looks like. We have arrived.
Arriving at destination on left.
All right, thank you. Campers do not pay or proceed to campground. They be 1.5 miles ahead and register with registry. So we're going to continue 1.5 miles ahead. I'm not sure if we have to check in, but I'm going to check it out. Hey everybody, so we made it in, got in like a little camp spot here, got set up. We don't have the power hooked up yet, we're just running off the lithium iron phosphate batteries right now. Got the air going, the lights are on, I got the hot water heater going, water pump's working, lights, everything's working off the inverter right now. And I've got this Capital griddle. So if you remember last time we camped, I took the griddle off of this little outdoor kitchen slide area here. It comes on this sliding tray. Right there, sliding tray, but I have opted to move it because of the smells that end up coming up in here. So I just disconnected the 4 screws holding it down. I moved it over here to the picnic table. It's at perfect height. And we've got some nice hamburgers going here. Grilled onions, grilled jalapenos. So we're getting ready to feast. And then, I mean, it's just me and Gina. We're making enough to, we like them for lunch over the next couple of days. Have something easy for lunch. So we're here. Nice little wooded spot. The sign at the ranger station said the ticks are plentiful on the trails, so I'm expecting to keep some bug spray on me. Gina's already sprayed the dogs. There's Gina now.
Smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good out here. So I'm going to get back to cooking and we will get back with you. All right. Hey, good morning everybody. So it's early still and we're gonna head off on a little hike. There's Gina. Good morning.
Hi.
So this is the little ranger station here. And this is the beginning of the nature trail. It says we're in St. Augustine. I didn't realize we were in St. Augustine. So there's the trail map. Nature's classroom. Hiram Faver Nature Trail. So it says the trail goes down to a Carter site. I guess it was an old plantation. So we're going to walk down there a couple miles. So we're going to go check it out. Beware of ticks. So Gina has sprayed the dogs with some, what'd you use? What's the stuff called? Tea tree oil or something? Yeah. First thing we do is come to the crossroads, and it says easy, so... Oh, it's a loop. The first part is a loop. I guess you can take the mountain bikes. No horses allowed though. So the trail starts off nice and big and wide. Some pine, flat woods. A lot of birds chirping. Nice wide and flat. Gina chose this route because of the nice sunshine. Coming back, we'll be looking for the shade, I'm sure. We're web walkers. I can see the spider webs coming across the trail. So we're the first ones on the trail. Shaped by fire. I'm just glad they're not doing a prescribed burn right now. So this is where we would have come out if we would have taken a right where we went left. I see the orange and the green blaze here now. Now I know why the map had an orange and a green mark on it. Now I know. Yeah, we didn't spend much time researching it. I've got the Gaia map app on my phone, and also I carry the got the Garmin InReach Explorer, so it's got a map on here. Plus we like it for emergencies. You've got the SOS button should anything happen, because there is no cell service out here. So this will be satellite should we need it. Well, you can see the creek now, Pellicer Creek, down through the trees there. So this trail is the Green Blaze. Here, I'll take him back. Kunti is a small palm-like plant that grows to 3 feet. These are pretty cool. I always thought they were palms. They look like palms. So now we've moved from the pine flatwoods into looks like the hardwood hammock. No more pine trees. Now we got oaks and southern magnolias, which when they start blooming, they smell sweet. Sable palm. I think I see the water over there to my right. So the Garmin is pretty cool. So it's got an app with it on the phone, so it shows you where you are on the map. No cell service needed. It uses satellites for the GPS. So that's pretty cool where we are right there. And it says here that this is having a hard time reading it in this light. But we'll get back to it. We'll get out in the light and see what it says. But the best part about it is it shows the trail you took, so you can't get lost. Follow it back. This trail you won't get lost anyway, but if you get in other areas where the trail's not so obvious, you wonder which way you went. We use it for kayaking too. Sometimes you get out on the water and everything looks the same after you leave the bank. No swimming. Alligators. People are already out there fishing on the bank, on the creek. It is very windy, so I'm not sure that a kayak trip is going to be in the works today or not. So this says it's the Guana, I'm sure I'm butchering the name, Tolomato Matanzas National Estuarine Research Reserve is where we just walked through. That's where we're standing. And that's the Tolomato River, according to this. I thought it was Pelican Creek, but it says Tolomato River. Pelican Creek might be a little bit further up. But it is definitely blowing. So down here, the Carter Plantation site. I thought there was still a plantation here. I guess this is where they found some artifacts. It was Hume's plantation, then it was the Hepworth Carter plantation in 1791. 1770, John Moultrie controlled 14,000 acres. So they found a lot of different artifacts here. I guess they found an excavated chimney base attributed to Carter's plantation. So there's not really much here. Only thing I've seen, there's some bricks right here, kind of interesting. And who knows how long they've been here or how soon they were put here. I don't really know, but I guess that's all that's left of what's visible for a plantation. They got a couple signs here, give you some details about the life here. The plantations, they say the plantations were basically farmhouses, and they most likely got burned by the natives when the Timucuans or the Seminoles swept through. Come here, come on. There's a nice bright red, I think they're called cardinal plant right here. Nice little stand of them. Pine trees with no roots. I guess the hurricanes and stuff have eroded the bank here. All the roots of these trees are exposed. Like a cedar and a pine. Some others. Interesting. It was a nice little hike back here, 1.3 miles back to the trailhead, so I guess we're going to turn around and head back.
Are you thirsty?
So we're back on the loop. This is the part we didn't do. So these little water bottles Gina picked up somewhere. What is it called? It's got a name right there on the front.
This one's called Springer, but that's not how
Springer.
I looked it up.
So it's pretty cool. It's got a little cap in the center that you loosen so the water will come up. You got to loosen it. There you go. And you squeeze it and the little bowl fills up. And the doggies can get a drink nice and easy. Yeah. And then it sucks right back into the bottle. Comes with a little carabiner clip. We used to carry these collapsible bowls, and then we'd have an extra bottle of water for the dogs, and we'd have to stop, pour it in the collapsible bowl, and they can never get it out of the corners. The little collapsible bowls don't really work great. So she found those, and they're nice. I guess the dogs are tired. When they lay down, they're like, we've had enough. We're only about 2 miles, probably close to 2 miles, maybe a little over. All right, I see a sign. Here's your sign. So this is all about the natural communities. The Messick Flatwoods is where they burn. It's moderately moist. The Maritime Hammock, the Tidal Marsh, which we walked down to, and Pellicer Creek. Variety is the spice of life at Faver Dykes. So the hooded pitcher plant is a threatened plant species here. The Florida beargrass and the cardinal flower. Okay, so we saw that. That's a threatened plant species in the park. We saw that cardinal flower. The West Indian manatee lives here. The bald eagle, black bear, and gopher tortoise. White-tailed deer, which we've seen a bunch of. Have not seen the wild turkey or the river otter yet. They say they're abundant. The white-tailed deer are definitely abundant in the park. Yes, they are. I did see one gopher tortoise hole. I should have recorded that. Maybe we'll get back to it, or maybe I'll see another one. I hear doggies, so we must be getting close to the campground. Alright guys, so we're down here at the Easy Launch Kayak and Canoe launch here. This thing is pretty simple. It's wheelchair accessible. It's pretty nice. Well, that's what this board here is for. For getting in if you're in a wheelchair. Do you need a little scoot? What? Can't hear you. And that's how you do it. Nice and easy peasy. I like that. Don't forget to put your seatbelt on. All right, So I'm going to go ahead and get mine, get in, and launch off. I'll see you. So we're down here on the river or the creek. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the app, the map app, to see really what it's called here. At some point it changes to the Pellicer Creek. So it's a lot of marshland. You can see the grass, marsh grasses, and over here there's oaks and palms. It's nice, peaceful float. It's a little breezy, so we're staying close to the shoreline out in the center. It'd be a good day for a sailboat. We're not in sailboats. There's Gina with her new hat that's not so new. So we're just taking it easy, floating down. We'll have to go against the wind going back, but be fine. So we're going to keep on paddling down and see what we can find. So here's the other boat ramp. This is for the real boats with boat trailers. It's pretty steep. I wouldn't want to put the kayak in there. Probably slippery. I'll tell you what, we made it around here and the breeze is blowing. Bathroom building up there. They got a couple of pavilions. You could eat lunch, put your boat in. It's a nice place, real handicapped accessible. So we've gone a couple of miles. I don't really know how far, but we came back to this place we found last year. It's called I'll put it on the screen if I'm wrong. I think it's called the Princess Preserve. It's a little park. So we were just kayaking back here, and all of a sudden, man, there's a dock, there's a little picnic table up here, portalet. I think there's some campsites out here too, maybe tent camping, I'm not sure, but I never really looked into it anymore. Tent camping, she said? Yeah. So it's a pretty cool little find, especially when we were just kayaking and, you know, nature calls. Hey, there's a portalet. So it was pretty cool. Ooh, that was a big fish jumping. So we're going to paddle on past here. There's some people there, so I'm going to turn this off. Yeah, I'm starting to remember again now. There's like a little parking area over here. Last time we were here, there was a lot of people here. The picnic tables were full. People were all over the banks fishing. There's the cool little bridge. Yeah, there were people fishing off the bridge. We had to watch their lines as we were going through. So they had to watch us. So I think we're going to get here to the bridge and turn around, make the trek back. Should go a little quicker going back with the wind to our backs. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little spot. Princess Preserve. I've never been there on land. We've just been here by boat. So we turned back at the bridge and coming up to, this is another campsite right here on the left. They've got a dock, little garbage can. It's got a little bit of a beach area where, you know, you could launch a kayak right there. Kayak or canoe. They've got a little portalet in there for when nature calls. But going back is nice because the tide is going out. So we're going out too. So the current's carrying us, plus we have the wind to our back. So I knew if we went against the wind coming up here, going back is going to be a much easier ride. So that's what we're doing now, kind of the lazy river float. There's a beautiful little park though. So we get out of the little canal back there, and this is some big open water. We had to fight the wind coming up here. I didn't film much because, boy, if you stopped paddling, you were going backwards. We followed the bank coming in. It's a lot quieter along the bank, but the wind is to our back now, and the tide's going out. So I'm not sure right here if the tide goes down to the right. I think that goes out to the Atlantic, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll figure it out here in a minute. Paddle straighten up a little bit. Okay, there we go. So it's nice having the wind at our back. I mean, there were white caps out here, and then there's a couple small little like John boat type boats would come through and make some wake. We made it. Ride back's going to be much easier. The wind to our back. And that's the east over there, so that goes out to the Atlantic somewhere over there. Haven't navigated down that far. This is about as far as we've ever been in the kayaks. So I'm going to keep on paddling and we will get back with you. Alright, so we got the kayaks loaded. We're heading back to the campsite. Gina just pulled up her, Gina also has a Garmin watch which works with her phone and stuff, so give us the stats, babe.
Don't let me pull it up and I'll have a signal.
That's fine.
There's a track.
And then you said we did what on the hike this morning?
The hike was 2.89 miles.
2.89 miles
nice
on the hike this morning. Nice little thing. So, and that's back down to the boat ramp to the right, the campgrounds to the left. So we're gonna head back. We've got Gina has some carne asada marinating, so we're gonna have some tacos tonight. Steak tacos. Cook them up on the Capital Griddle on the Ember. The other cool thing she got was what's it called, a Marcel?
Yes, Marcel pet monitor.
So she got the Marcel pet monitor, so she's had that running this weekend. Did you do it last weekend too?
I did.
So this past 2 weekends, so when you leave for a couple hours with the animals in there, it's nice to know if the temperature, you know, like if the power failure should start while you're gone, the breakers trip, or who knows what. So it gives her an update if it exceeds the temperature she's got it set at, which is, I think, is 77 right now. And so what's cool about the Ember is with the 400 amp hours of Battle-Born batteries, the trailer will continue to run the air conditioner. Everything will still continue to work. We'll get an alert that the temperature, so should something happen.
Power goes out, it goes over temperature, or
So if the power
out
goes
of the
up,
temperature range,
yeah.
or out of the humidity range.
But if
Power,
the-
humidity, and temperature.
But if the breaker trips, then the inverter and the AC is going to continue to run off of the battery power. So we will know. But that's great about the having that 3,000 watt inverter and those 400 amp hours of batteries. That AC will continue to run for a while. So we're pulling into the campground here. So I like the little dirt roads. They got a lot of handicap sites too, poured concrete, nice big flat sites, picnic tables. Hey, there we are right here. All right, I'm gonna turn it off and get backed in. Hey, good morning everybody. So we are breaking down camp here at Faver Dykes State Park. Getting everything rolled up. We're gonna head over to our favorite beach, St. Augustine, Anastasia State Park. Spend the night there, and then tomorrow morning we have an appointment at Campers Inn in Jacksonville where I bought the unit from. We're gonna go see Lewis, our sales guy, and the service department, and they're going to check out the slide, see what the funny noise is, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I use these leveling wedges. This side was really uneven. I parked so far on the one side that I had to really get up on it to make it level. Those things work great. Now the ground was a little soft and the block kept sliding and digging into the ground. You can see over here it was just getting sideways, so I always keep these little thin metal plates. They're like 16th inch steel plates that we used at work. Instead of throwing them away, I put them in my truck, and I put them under the stabilizer jacks, and they came in real handy for putting under here so the wedges didn't keep moving around on us. I put them under the stabilizer jacks too. It gives it a little more, in case you hit a little bit of soft ground, spreads the load out a little bit. So we are just about packed up right now and getting ready to head out. The sun is beaming down on the solar panels. Gina's cleaning, vacuuming the inside, getting all the inside stuff put away. And I'm gonna roll up this outside mat, load up, and get down the road. All right.